So I'm going to get right to it. I know that my sound is on point, making sure that it's supposed to be where it's at. Okay, so today this is my second video, and I wanted to bring certain insight, to myself that I need to hear, and maybe somebody else may need to hear. Me and my sister, we had a great conversation, and we were talking about idols, right? So I wanted to take that to another level, because the way that I'm being taught is I see many signs and symbols of that manifestation where I'm being taught. For example, my sister probably would consider this an idol, but let me tell you how I see it. Back in the day when I was growing up, we used to have a saying. It was monkey do, monkey say, right? Like, almost like when you were in a classroom, if somebody did something silly, they would say, oh, monkey do, monkey say, you doing what they're doing. When are you going to think for yourself, right? So this is what this means to me. When I look at it in the morning, and that's why I got it from the spot I got it from. I think I got it from Macy's. I don't know for sure. Yeah, say Macy's backstage. Anyway, what this means to me is I don't hear nothing. I don't say nothing against. And I cannot see illusion. Let me hit you with what that means. What that means is this. I focused only on the big G, the big O, the big D. I'm learning how to pray, but from a level that I never understood that I would learn how to do. And in a minute, it's going to be make manifest, because I'm going to tell you how the information hit me. I wanted to know what was the highest speed demand in terms of how fast something could appear, how fast something could manifest, how fast could something manifest in shape from a subatomic particle. So I found out it was called a zeptosecond. Look it up. Zeptosecond. Zeptosecond. It's so fast that, like, the only people that's going to take me serious is when they do the research, because I know what I'm working on. So that's what that means. I hear nothing against universal mind and the manifestation of God when his sons choose to submit themselves to his will, when they come to realize they can't do nothing without him, but he created everything. Technically, they say technically we're supposed to be in like the 6th or 7th golden age, especially in the Matrix. Remember when Neo was asking an architect, has this been the first time? And architect say no. He say, we already been in the 6th. We're getting ready to go in the 7th with you. We're just trying to see what you're trying to do. So Neo is an anagram for the number 1. N-O-E, flip the letters, it's O-N-E, the one. So that's the reason why Morpheus kept saying to Neo, he says, look, all you have to do is wake up and know who you are, but I believe in you because you don't yet have the knowledge to know how to believe in yourself. So here's the other part. It's the hand of the monkey over his mouth. What that mean? That means, like, if you step into some negative energy and you weigh it real quick, because that's how quick you get, and you come up with the understanding that it ain't you, it's someone else, you don't react to it. The way you respond to it is with a pleasant look on your face. It may be burning you up. And then let's say it's you. Then you catch your thought. Like, if you know it's not the other person, it is you, that's a test for you. But generally when people get in our space and we know they ain't right, they're put there by us to test us. But that's Those are high degrees. So, at the end of the day, you decide what real level that you want to be on. I know how I must have laid it. I mean, like, my story is like, it's like even living it and knowing it and one day going to teach, you know, at a level where I know that I'm not teaching is God. Like, you can't do nothing without God, but see, in a minute, I'll be able to prove it for myself because I'm already going through it already. That's why I'm making these videos. So the dude that's got the chimpanzee that got his hands over his eyes, what that mean is my eyes are closed to illusion. What that mean? That mean that while I'm sitting in this elderly vehicle that my brother-in-law helped me get, I keep visualizing that it's that Rolls Royce. It could be the Phantom. It's a Phantom, and then they got the Wraith. And then they got the Ghost. Yeah, the Ghost is, oh my God. And if you go to the gas station and the Ghost with your jammies on, with no ID and no money, the man will fill up your tank for free. Because guess what he know? When you go get your wallet, you're going to remember him. So I'm beginning to find out is that you aware where your thoughts be. So this morning, I kind of like woke up this morning with tears in my eyes, right? Because I've been asking the Lord, I'd be like, Lord, like put me on point, you know, put me on blast, you know, like hook me up, connect me, right? So I know that when you are being taught by the Most High, it's like the wind that's blowing these palm trees that I'm looking at right now. That's the power, right? So something happened today, and I was looking at something, and it was talking about things like beta, alpha, and then theta. And it was talking about 2 times during the day that you can download information into your subconscious that bypasses your conscious, because what a lot of people don't know that from 1 to 6, 95% of what you do is a subconscious, and you've forgotten what it is. I also found out that 5% is a conscious mind. So that means 95% of what you do is through what's called programs. You know, I just feel good myself because I know I'm going to be able to teach this. You know, you're going to have somebody who know martial art real good, but they can't teach it. So the way that I'm looking at my demonstration right now is like I'm in one of those modes right now where it do be seeming like it's going slow, but I know that that's not true. Because see, what I'm learning now today is that I know that depending on what you do Monday, something else is going to affect you on Tuesday in terms of your objective, as long as you're consistent in your thought. But this is how I broke it down. I said, what if I can get with this energy where it can move at a zeptosecond and I could accept it? Because a lot of it is, I mean, you can read in the book over and over and over again, but until you do it yourself, it's just you reading something. And certain things are happening very quickly, you know what I'm saying? It's probably happening so quickly that I really can't even really see it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm trying to, but I know it's hard to see the wind. You know, it's hard to see a thought. It's hard to see an idea until it's manifest. But there's certain, but see, I'm just finding out there's a way where you can hijack universal mind, and it wants you to, because you can only get in unless it gives you the code. You can't get, there's no way you can fake it, you know? So now what I'm doing, like how we learn the alphabet, I'm putting all my alphabets like they're supposed to be in line. Because if you put a F before a J or a Z before an M, you got a problem. Because we've all agreed how the alphabet should go. Unless you find some kind of way where you can work it in a way that it's like that mastership. Almost like where you can create your own language. You know, and only certain people understand what's up. Like, really, like, for real, like on the Talmud and the Torah, you know, the Kabbalah, yeah, that's coded. That's coded for them. Okay? So this is how you know when you're dealing in a master degree and whether it's creative and whether it's God or not, is that you break the whole book. Like, you come up with something like, they be like, yo, like, what's up? Like what you're doing is like 10 steps ahead on the dude Bobby Fischer when he went against the dude in Russia during the chess championship. Yeah, it's like that. And the beautifulest thing that I like is if the powers that be, they think they the power, that they underestimate the true power. Because see, this is what I found out. I didn't really understand, right? The war is not our war. It's not up for us to fight. Had no idea that the war is already won, and the illusion is that we still fighting. I'm like, oh my God. Man, if I told y'all what I'm really working on, y'all be like, you know what, for real, that's why nobody looking at these videos. And see, here's the beautiful thing. One day I'm going to be able to look back at these videos, especially my son. I want to talk about him as well. Awesome individual. Really know where he's at. And I'm going to dedicate a talk to him that he's going to be able to find, because he needs to hear this, because he really don't have the entire story. Like, I'm really just getting the story. And then I ain't got the whole demonstration, because if I had the whole demonstration, the dude that just lost the first place for being the richest man in the world, the dude that owned Tesla, that owned Tesla, right? Okay, well, the other dude, Jeff Bezos, he's supposed to have just passed him again because of some stock thing, like 372 million and some other kind of stuff they were talking about. They own some stratosphere dollars. Bottom line is this here, right? The individual, like, they don't even like gotta come through. But the collective, man, look, they got everything, man. All mineral rights, all oil rights, oxygen, water, the whole job. And they not, look, I know y'all may not be able to handle this, right? But they're not even human, right? And it's not on some 10 eyes and 40 legs. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people, they call them immortals. I might have met one unknowingly. But the bottom line is that we on the come up, and it's going to come in a way that, honestly, I'm so happy to just be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole thing is this, right? When you study Dr. King and you know how they did him, then when you study Malcolm X, you know how they did him, right? At the Audubon Ballroom in Manhattan. And then you deal with Jesus Christ and how they brought it to him, right? So if you could combine those three together, what would you have? And how about this? And you can duplicate it. My mind just got, knocked off for a second because I just looked at this aqua blue 2021 Corvette. It's a C8. It's a mid-engine. I used to have to know that kind of information. One of the positions I had with the hat that I got on. You know what I mean? I had to pass the test. I didn't know nothing about a dry sump pump. You know what I mean? I didn't know that a vehicle 80 grand could with vehicles that's 3 times the value, and they're Ferraris and Lamborghinis on a racetrack. You had to learn that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm on it. Peace and blessings. Until tomorrow.